stage to come.
Yeah, I'm sure dezly, of course, wants to have to repeat.
I think bigger was the word I was looking for.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
I mean, we've been on mic for a good minute, but yeah, I'm sure that dezly wants to repeat the performances of course, his brothers and of course, of his friends, like I said before, Burr. But he's gonna be fighting against Essence. Essence, one of our stronger villagers, also kind of blew up after the
I'll say the strongest.
Yeah, I think our strongest villager, easily.
Oh.
Kind of blew up after quarantine. They did so good and so fantastic, but it hasn't been able to, of course, keep that energy. You can do that at the expense of dezly. If dezly decides to let you in, though.
Yeah.
My goodness, 79%, it feels like almost like a dezly.
Yeah, we can settle on in for this one. This might be a little bit more of a methodically paced game. Nothing wrong with that, however. It's you're seeing a pretty high effort chess match here on Hollow Bastion, game number 1. And
I feel like this would be so hard for Villager. Because Villager, when he gets hits, they're not exactly like really big. They're like at most like 5% or something like that.
It's chip damage.
It's like it's chip damage.
It's 100%. But
when Min gets a hit, you're at like 50 for no reason. And about to die to, of course, one of the big ball nairs.
Yeah. Oh God. Heaven help you if you miss on a dash attack like we just saw, because then you're just getting nared by Megawatt and you're eating 20 damage. No real good reason. None at all.
Yeah. It's looking really, really tough, of course, for Essence, but they're not out of the, they're not out of the game yet. They're not out of the game yet. Kinda brought that up. They're not out of the game yet. The big old forward smash able to even the stocks between the two.
Read the getup perfectly. That's exactly what you need to do if you are Essence. Anytime that Min, for some reason, enters your space, you need to have the confirms on deck. Drop there by Essence. However, is able to escape and gets a little bit more damage.
Oh, the down
the one turn up. Oh, man. RNG not on their side. You definitely don't want to be in turnips
but
with that
down there.
But beautifully executed, and you get them off of the stage. That's not where you live, Min. Let me show you where you belong right now. And the blast zone is going to be where Essence escorts them. And just like that, 2 stocks to 1 in favor of the villager extraordinaire Essence.
I mean, we say, it's in favor of them, or favor of them, but at this current moment, Essence has not really gotten any percentage on the board. If he dies here, that lead is a fraudulent lead, to say the least. Up smash out of shield, not going to be able to take up the next big up smash will. The Mega Fist, that's so darn strong.
It's just ridiculous. And the Nair.
Great DI, by the way.
No, you gotta be able to survive that if you want a chance in this matchup. Only 11 percentage points worth of damage suffered by dezly thus far, who is keeping themselves in this and trying to negate the lead that Essence built for themselves, and they are well on their way to doing so. We are even up at 1 stock apiece.
And the lead is now mine. The lead is now mine. Off of 1 neutral exchange, the lead is now mine.
Oh, hang on. The slingshots, Essence really trying to read the low recovery, pressing that button real fast, and it's a quick little get-off-me option for sure, but also, I mean, why not punish dezly for trying to take a safer route? Maybe condition dezly into doing a few more unsafe options, which is the only way that you're going to get Min into your own win condition, for being honest.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough right now. Both these people are swinging at one another. And 73%, he's actually very much more closer to dying than dezly. All right, getting off the ledge versus character is incredibly hard, and we're seeing it right now. But Essence trying to work a miracle in here, trying to get back to stage. And my goodness, even your villager, you're not safe.
Ooh. Slingshot is going to aid them, but the Nair again with Megawatt. Essence sensing that they had to do something special. And yeah, that's why you don't want to play the hero. You don't want to be put in the position to have to play hero, because dezly, if you try to overextend, you take that home run cut. dezly is more than happy to throw that change up your way and get you to swing and miss.
I mean, I feel like if there's any role that you want to play as a, a player versus player, especially no matter if you're on stream or not, you always want to play the villain. You always want to dominate your opponent and just be done with it. And dezly, of course, has been showing that already. Really dominating, lost the lead on the second stock, and just kept playing their game, as I brought up before. Played their game, it worked out fantastically. Kept them at the ledge the whole time and off the stage, and at that point, Essence took the stock around I think 60, 50 or something like that. And it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like that at all. And as soon as they came down to the last stock, dezly took the lead and just kind of bullied the heck out of Essence. Let's see what type of proper adaptation Essence can do here.
Yeah, and that's the trouble, isn't it? Is because it's not like we saw sheer incompetence from Essence. Far from it as we go small battlefield for game number 2. We saw them hitting their combinations just fine in some regards. Following up with the slingshot, in fact, putting them in a position to even just reset neutral and off of the slingshots and confirming stuff off of the Lloyd rocket. Maximize damage off of jabs. Hey, you want to throw hands that bad? I got some arms too, kid. And looking for the bowling ball. Look, you got to go for it. You have to go for it.
That was phenomenal feedback from dezly to avoid that whole scenario because there was death pointed everywhere for him.
Oh, an absolutely precarious situation for dezly, no doubt about it. But I do wonder, McBenedict, if Essence is able to put them in a position, I mean, how dominant do you have to be? Like, how many times do you have to win the...
Oh my God, dezly. Looking phenomenal from mid-stage, just blowing out all these haymakers, and listen, of course, edge guarding from mid-stage too. This character's kind of ridiculous. This character's kind of dumb, but dezly is showing why they are.
And this is kind of the point that I was trying to make before I was so rudely interrupted. I definitely turned around and looked at dezly there, folks. I mean, how much harder does Essence have to work in order to implement their game plan and execute in comparison to dezly? I feel like you just got to do so much to achieve just about the same thing that dezly can do with just a few tilts of the C-stick.
Well, I mean, in this any matchup that, of course, Villager plays, he usually wants to play the keep-away game, and then, like, you know, whenever he gets in, it's, like, really annoying. This is a matchup that he actually has to play to get in game. And Villager's not used to that. Villager's not okay with it. And he's down, Essence is, I'm sorry, down so many stocks versus dezly, and dezly's looking so good. Looking like a beast.
And the whole idea of maybe shortening the battlefield even just a little bit on small battlefield, not really paying dividends at all.
Now, that's it.
Yeah, okay. You're going to get that. You're going to get that stock, and I feel like that there is an area of opportunity. Certainly, opportunity presents itself plentiful with a tree at ledge. Maybe you get a shield break, take the stock at 0.
If he's able to get to that tree.
We've seen it happen. We have seen it happen. It's an awareness play, but it's doable. You just have to be able to take an early stock. The confirmations off of grabs certainly going to be important. But again, how slow that grab comes out is going to.
I'm actually really surprised that we didn't see a forward smash actually. If dezly or not dezly, Essence did a forward smash, he probably would have been able to kill. But they've been kind of playing out of their mind. Hold up a second. They're about to take this stock.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
He's out of a jump. He's out of a jump.
Yeah,
this is still possible. It can happen to you.
See, I was actually expecting the half water there, and maybe dezly try to work their way in and get the shield break off of the full, but
Essence make it back to stage. Finally does, but like trying to get ground here in these small hits. Not able to get a big conversion there, of course.
I mean, this is really high effort gameplay from Essence, trying to rid the world of the menace that is Min Min.
Oh,
but again, one swing of the megawatt is going to do it. It was not without a fight that it happened, McBenedict, but it is dezly that comes away with the 2-0 victory.
Yeah, I cannot say enough. Essence was actually doing phenomenal. I was a believer there for a second, but unfortunately, after the up smash, went for a forward air to connect, forward air whiffed, and then immediately got hit with the big old megawatt, and unfortunately they executed Essence stock, and Essence's winner's life. I'm not gonna lie, saying Essence so much is so hard.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not. It certainly challenges your lip coordination. I will say that. But
my lord,
I have to say, you have to play flawlessly. It feels like, especially just in your advantage state, if you are the villager in that matchup, because you're not going to get those kills as easily. We saw a few times, maybe there were opportunities to get the spikes. Seemed like they got one turn up every single time they went for that, by the way. And it's not like they weren't able to get those confirms off the down air, but it was mostly just, oh, okay, I'm going to eat your jump now because you decided to, and the one turn up here is inconsequential. It just makes you wonder, maybe a few more rolls of the dice takes those stocks a little bit earlier, but also just the fact that you rely so much, and especially as a villager, you're able to take those stocks at 30% because of mistakes that you draw your opponent into. The nature of Min Min being that you really don't have to put yourself at much risk at all. It takes so much off of the table. You have to work so hard. Maybe winning neutral like 70% of the time.
Yeah. Guys, we'll be right back with some more Smash Ultimate action.